now set to take on Alec McKenna.
Vince Turk, a sophomore out of Illinois, Montini Catholic High School.
Another lighter wrestler who had an injury issue last year, but now is back to compete at the 141 mark. McKenna has a 10-14 record. For the most part, though, has done a good job avoiding losing by bonus points. And already quick on the offensive, it is Turk, and he's rewarded with a takedown.
Vince Turk in a roster spot battle, just like the 133-pound class for the Hawkeyes. Him and Carter Happel, who notched a big win the other night against Minnesota. So these two guys going back and forth, switching back for starts, and we'll see who the Hawkeyes go with at this weight as well.
Figuring out is the ruling. Both men will head back to center circle, and well said, as it's tough. Decision at 133 was an interesting choice to go with Glenn. It is Locke's senior night, but he went with the sophomore instead, got rewarded with the victory, and that just shows how tough this roster battle is at the 133 and the 141 point.
Yeah, I think it's about who's going to score more points, and for the Hawkeyes, I think it's Paul Glenn. And we saw that with his aggressiveness throughout that first match there in the second match at 133.
Escape goes to McKenna, so Glenn's lead now brought into one.
Stalling there on McKenna. And we're going to go back to the center, 2-1 lead for Vince Turk.
Back into the collar and elbow at the middle. Turk, the 2014 Illinois State champion, was brought in to this program and a very promising future. Again, an injury limited his trajectory, but he's back out now and still has plenty of years ahead of him to make his mark here at the University of Iowa.
Quick shot there by Turk.
And he hooks that right leg. We'll see if he can make that into points. High up the leverage, and he chases down McKenna for his second takedown.
Yeah, Vince Turk, very talented. I think that his coaches want to see him stay on the gas here now that he's up 4-1. His last time out, he got 3 first-period takedowns and then 1 in overtime after letting his opponent come back into the match. So we'll see how he does tonight, this morning.
We've seen a similar situation in the first with Spencer Lee and Rivera. Lee getting out to 6-point lead, but only able to take it by a slim margin. But see if Brands and company want to find a way to not only get the lead early, but as you mentioned, put the foot on the gas and take it by a larger margin. 24 seconds to go here in the first. Advantage time currently in favor of the Hawkeyes at 1:22, as this first period has been all Vince Turk. And with 6 seconds left, it looks to be a ride out to the second. So a great first from Vince Turk, and we see his aggressiveness. In this case, it was certainly rewarded. You mentioned how he likes to get out early. 3 takedowns in his last match in the first period, and he's had 2 in this one.
Turk's going to start here on bottom and start the second period.
It's been a tough go of things for McKenna. He has 10 wins on this season, 9 wins his freshman year, but shows a steady sign of improvement at the 141 point. 4th place this year at the Keystone Classic. He's now trying to get a grounding here is Turk.
Second stall warning on McKenna there. Leads to 1 point for Turk.
And now trying to gain leverage. On the left leg, he released it and is now just trying to keep Turk under control here. Now we'll with the left leg hook, making it incredibly difficult for Turk to get on his feet.
Less than a minute here. McKenna still riding tough on top. Hasn't been able to turn him, however.
And you can see it having a hard time getting enough leverage to turn Turk, doing a great job on his end.
Stalemate there. No one's going to score in that position, so we'll go back to the center and get a restart.
31 seconds to go here in the second. Hawkeye is currently with a 6-0 team lead off victories from both Spencer Lee and Paul Glenn. And able to get back on top is McKenna.
He's got Vince Turk flattened out again.
Trying to turn him, unsuccessful on that effort.
Yeah, here under 10 seconds. Looks like McKenna's going to ride Vince Turk out for the whole second period. That's the second time today we've seen a Northwestern wrestler ride for the entire second period.
That's exactly what it was, and they were able to turn riding time in their favor, only at 18 seconds though. As with his work cut out ahead of him is Alec McKenna.
There we just saw Alec McKenna take top. He rode the whole second period, and he's going to ride here again in the third. We'll see if he can turn into any back points.
And quickly back to his feet is Turk, trying to break free of his waist lock. And that's exactly what he does. He gets out of it, now extends his lead to 5. Able to block the shoot attempt. And now with 138, we're going to see a lot of those as trying to make up this score is McKenna.
See if Vince Turk picks it up looking for bonus points, or if he's going to be content to defend and ride this out for a 5-point victory.
And with a minute 10 left, riding time will not be a factor. So if unable to score an additional point here, it'll just be a 3-point victory for Turk. Turk makes the shot, this time going for the right leg. Picking up and bringing things back into that front headlock is McKenna.
His first period shots were set up a lot better than that, and here in the third, he's just kind of shooting straight on.
Right. And able to turn around is Turk. He now extends the lead to 7, and he's back on top.
Under 30 to go, he releases McKenna. One more takedown, and he'll get a major decision.
And that's exactly what he wants. Goes for the right leg, hooks it.
Short time here.
Trying to turn him around.
It's 2 for Turk.
It's 2 more, and that will do it as the time elapses. A great showing from Vince Turk, the sophomore out of Hampshire, Illinois.
Yeah, that was a good job out of Turk. He came out firing. Little lull in the second period where he got ridden, but then escaped quickly in the third and got 2 more takedowns for the major decision.
4 points go the way of the Hawkeyes. They lead 10-0, and this sets up the final performance in front of the home crowd, the home faithful for